everyone, and welcome back to the Armchair Armoury. So it's finished at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 1, Arsenal 3. Bit of a shock result because I thought this was going to be a score draw, but obviously elated with the result. It's pretty easy in the end. It was a bit of a shaky start. To be honest, I missed Leicester's goal because I, for some reason, thought that the kickoff time was at 12:30 and not at 12. So it wasn't until I got a notification from one of the many football apps that are out there to tell me that we were 1-0 down. And I didn't actually see the goal until like the replay and then watching it back on YouTube afterwards. And from what I saw, it was a usual Arsenal sloppy start. Tielemans took it up on the right hand side, and no one went to him. It just seemed like Pablo Mari was just running along with him like he was a running mate in a marathon or something like that. But to be fair, we bounced back pretty well. We pretty much dominated most of the first half. And it looked like it was going to be another one of those games where we dominate the first half, we dominate and end up losing, or we end up going in at halftime losing. But after a lot of perseverance, we got a free kick on the left-hand side. Willian whips one in. David Luiz gets on the end of it, and it's 1-1. So we're back in the game. And at this point, I'm thinking, well, my prediction's going to come true here because, it's just the way of things. And then I think we whipped across into the box, and then Ndidi handballed it by the letter of the law of what handball is now. And, and we got a penalty. For once, VAR was on our side, which Lacazette converted, and we went in at half-time 2-1. I should probably mention that before that, there was a penalty disallowed by VAR because it was Pepe that was tripped just outside of the box, again by Ndidi, but the referee thought that it was in the box, but VAR came out and said that it was just outside of the box. So swings and roundabouts. At least we got one in the end. So we went in at halftime 2-1. And at this point, 2-1 isn't a done deal. It's kind of like, obviously Brendan Rodgers was going to lay into the Leicester players at halftime, and I thought they'd come out and give us a bit more of a game. And to be fair, for the first 10 minutes they did. But yeah, and then we, in one of their kind of counter-attacks, we broke away with Lacazette holding up the ball. He laid it off to Xhaka, who then laid it off to Pepe. Pepe made his run down the right, got into the box, passed into Ødegaard. Ødegaard put a pass out to the left-hand side, which was picked up by Willian, who shot it back in, and Pepe just tapped it in. And at that point, you're thinking, yeah, game over, but just manage the game. And we did. For the last kind of 25 minutes, it just looked easy. It just looked like we were coasting. And all around, a very, very good performance. 2 assists from Willian, so maybe this is the turning point that he needs. He had a good spell against Benfica on Thursday, and 2 assists today, so this might be the Willian that we saw last season at Chelsea. And notice how, the Willian haters aren't saying anything now. But yeah, it's a good win and a good confidence boost going into the Burnley game, and then obviously Spurs on the 14th of March. So all in all, it's pretty good. It's nice to see us beat one of the top teams in the country at the moment. They're third for a reason. They're a good side. And they have been a good side for a couple of years now. So all us Arsenal fans should be proud that we've got this result. I suppose the one bad thing, you probably heard me mention Ødegaard earlier. He didn't start the game. Smith Rowe started in that number 10 role. And I think at the start of the second half, I didn't actually see how he got injured. But it seems like, according to Mikel Arteta, it's a muscular injury. But he doesn't know how bad it is yet. And yeah, he was taken off for Ødegaard. So hopefully, we all wish him a speedy recovery. And, hopefully he's back soon. But the one thing I will say as well is that there were a lot of people on social media saying things like, oh, can't believe that Arteta's rotated the squad. And to be fair, I was a bit kind of, why has he made 6 changes? But the guy knew what he was doing. And that's the thing. I know it's a buzzword, but I think we do have to trust the process. Simple as that, Anyway, moving into the player ratings. So I'm going to give Leno a 7 because for the past couple of weeks, I haven't seen anything that this guy has done wrong. He's been putting in a kind of 7 out of 10 performance pretty much every game, at least. So I'm going to give him that. Tierney, I'm going to give an 8. Again, like all over the place, making trouble, getting into good positions. So yeah, good solid performance. Cedric, I'll also give an 8. It was just refreshing to see a right back in form for once, because I know Bellerin's been out of favour recently and he's been out of form and not been playing very well. So it was just nice to see that. So just for that alone, I'm going to give Cedric an 8. Mario, I'm going to give a 7. I would have given him an 8 because he had a pretty decent game, but just for the fact that he didn't go to Tielemans when Tielemans was running at goal, it's just kind of like simple defending, really. David Luiz, I'm going to give an 8. Scored the goal, was also solid, made some good interceptions at points as well. So yeah, an 8 for David Luiz. Going to give Willian a 9. 2 assists, was making trouble for the Leicester defence. A really standout performance. He got man of the match from BT Sport. So yeah, 9 for him. 9 for Pepe. I thought Pepe was all over the place as well. I don't necessarily think... I don't know. I haven't probably seen enough to be like, oh yeah, well, Cedric and Pepe are the right-hand side partnership that we need. But I do admit that like there is something different when Bellerin's there. There isn't as much kind of sync. They're not in sync when Bellerin's there. But yeah, he was all over the place today, and obviously he scored. And yeah, he got a penalty claim as well, so he was busy. He was all around. So 9 for him. Emile Smith Rowe, I'm going to give a 7. I felt that up until when he got injured, he was playing really, really well, and causing problems. El Neni, I'm going to give a 7. I know a lot of people probably think I'm mad for that, but I thought he did okay alongside Xhaka. Xhaka also, I'm going to give a 7. Again, similar to Leno, I haven't really, for the past 6 or 7 games, I haven't really seen anything that's anything lower than a 7, to be honest. Lacazette, also, I'm going to give a 7. Yes, he scored the penalty, but he was also the normal kind of dogged hold-up play that he does. But then again, it wasn't anything that was like outstanding. Ødegaard, I'm going to give an 8, just for that pass to the left-hand side and the fact that he was crowded in and managed to get that pass off. I'm just going to give him that. And he just looks bright and, the sort of creative fielder we need at the moment. Like I said before, I don't necessarily believe that he's going to be the number 10 going forward. I think Real Madrid will probably take him back. Oberho, standard 5, didn't really do very much. And the manager, I'm going to give an 8 today. He was bold in making those changes after the game on Thursday. And I think he got it right today. And it gives us a bit of confidence going into Burnley next week. With a week off, it gives us confidence and time to prepare. So, yeah, all in all, a very solid, decent performance, and very happy to beat the team that are third in the league at the moment. I'm hoping with, Tottenham. I mean, I know Tottenham battered Burnley today, but I'm hoping with their kind of indifferent form and Liverpool not having great form at the moment, when we get to play them, it'll be more kind of smiles on Arsenal faces. But yeah, we just got to keep going. As I keep saying, the main objective in the league this season is just to finish as high as possible and try and get as far as we can in the Europa League and hopefully win the Europa League. The aim for Champions League should have always been next season, but I'm not going to go over that like a broken record. I guess that's it. I will speak to you guys again for the Burnley preview, which will be at some point middle to end of next week. It'll be before the game, obviously. But yeah, so that takes up, in terms of our league position, actually, that takes us up into the wonderful place of 9th. But yeah, it's just all about climbing. But yeah, I'll speak to you guys again before the Burnley game. Yeah, good all round. Yeah, take care, everyone. Stay safe, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Take care.